Punchline.
Alright, another episode of Fighting for the Punchline. Today's premise will be gays. And just some ideas about gay people. I think the idea of a gay racist is pretty funny. You know, someone with a gay voice being like, nigger! Or something very, like, effeminately gay. The oxymoron of, like, having a minority group, hating the minority group, or, like, hated people hate other hated people. And that's kind of nonsensical. Well, I mean, you know, all kinds of racism is nonsensical. But it's weird when if you saw something like that. Of somebody who is gay, if they see something, like, in, you know, throughout everyday life that is not necessarily, it was designed to be like anti-gay, but it's kind of like reinforces anti-gay arguments. Like when you set up your TV or, I don't know, machinery, stuff like that, oftentimes you'll see, like, you know, insert the male socket into the female, male connector into female connector, audio-visual, that kind of stuff. I can imagine someone saying, I'm gonna call it the A and B connector. Just kind of a deflection of, like, the male-female thing. If somebody who had, like, a wife beater on, and they're talking to somebody who dealt with domestic abuse or something like that, they would not want to use that term around them. Yeah, so it's not malicious, so to say. It's just kind of there in nature, so to speak. A friend of mine used to be teased by some of the kids at school. Like, we were in middle school, but he was getting teased by, like, an elementary school student or something like that. And he would always call him, like, homo or something. He never took it personally, just because it's like a kid, but also he would say, he's not saying anything, like, offensive. He's just saying homo, which is just same. So he would always imagine the guy saying, same, and then running off. Instead of saying homosexual, maybe same-sexual or something like that. That's just a weird thing. It's not really a joke. Just more of a funny phrase maybe to use when talking about gay people. I could say same-sexuals or something like that. I don't think it's wrong to admit that you don't want a gay child or you don't want your kids to be gay, so long as as long as it's not because they're gay, it's more of you don't want them to have a hard life. I've heard people say that it's like, you know, I just don't want them to be, you know, I want them to have a nice, normal life. And I guess, you know, sad to say, you know, gay is not normal, but there's nothing wrong with it, but I can see why people would say it. If everything that would cause a disadvantage, try to eliminate all that. So, like, well, I don't want them to be born black or Spanish or any minority, because those are automatically harder life than, like, a white kid. And, like, I don't want them to be a girl for the same reason. If people could choose, they'd probably want to be born like a white baby or something, a white male baby. In a sense, that's treating races and attributes as a kind of a disease or a condition, which is kind of fucked up. But everything is kind of just like a state of being a condition. Everyone's either something or something not. I don't want them to have no legs either, but it's a possibility. If they do, I'll love them, but, you know, I prefer them to have legs. Or in this case, it'd be like, I prefer them to be not gay. Yeah, anyway, that's about it. That's all for gays. See ya.